What's up, YouTube? So here's my current aquarium setup, one of the two. I have a hang-on back filter there. I have my sponge attached on there. It's just got another piece of sponge that's wedging it because they're two different sizes. I need to eventually get a piece of tubing or something to make it slightly more permanent, but for now it works. It's been like that for most of a year now, so just recently cleaned it. That's why it's got a bunch of bubbles on it. I have my little piece of driftwood in there for my Plecostomus. I have two clown Plecostomus. They normally just hang out underneath there or under some of the plants. They don't really come out when the lights are on, so yeah, they're probably just hiding somewhere for right now. But there's one of my plants. It's not doing too good. I just got some new plant fertilizer, gonna see if they're gonna start coming back. I got my neon tetras. I have a few guppies just kind of swimming around. Here's the other plant. I just got done trimming it back, trying to get rid of all the dead leaves and see if it'll start growing back. There's some leaves on it that are still pretty good, and the roots looked pretty good, so should be alright. It should come back. Here's my other plants. They're don't exactly remember what they were called at this time, but I believe they were what was it? They're a Nubius. I don't remember exactly what species, but that might be able to see the clown Plecostomus down there. It's just kind of hanging out. One of them, the other one, I don't know where they're at, but I have a large bubbler in the back. I just kind of have my filter hanging out, strapped to the back there. Then I have a Amazon special sponge filter. Let's see what else. On the top here, I just have a regular lid from Petco, and then I have it's a fluorescent hood, but the parts inside of it went bad, so I ended up replacing those with LED lights. I just recently did that, so we'll see how that turns out. And moving over here a little bit, I got my little 10 gallon. The big one's a 29 gallon. But plants in here, and haven't started trimming the dead leaves off yet, but I got the heater down there. Just did a water change in this one. So again, that's why they're bubbly. While I was doing the water change, I forgot to trim the plants, but this one is where I keep my little, where are they? My little baby guppies. Again, I have the hang-on back filter, and then I have a sponge attached to that. This one, the intake tube is slightly bigger, so it holds the filter on pretty well. I have some more plants. I got these ones from Petco, and there wasn't a whole lot of information out there about them, and I couldn't find very much online, so they're not doing that great. What I did find after I already put these in the tank is they do better if you like super glue them onto a rock or driftwood, and the roots will grow around that and they'll do better there. But I also got a little snail in this aquarium. The only issue I've had with the snail is it leaves little, can't really see that very well, but there's a little white egg just kind of hanging out on the glass. Tried to scrape it off, but got most of them. I guess I just missed one. I have the other plant there in the back. This was just a little starter kit I got from Walmart. The filter that originally came with it is absolute garbage, so if anybody gets these starter kits, I highly recommend. You get a better heater, and you get a different filter. I had nothing but issues with the filter. It also didn't come with a lid, so water would splash out of it and get everywhere and caused a bunch of problems there. But going back to the big tank, I have auto sinkless, kind of to help take care of the algae on the plants. And then I also have 2 snails which take care of the algae that builds up on the glass. And then for the backing, I just got some, it's kind of starting to fall down a little bit here, so it doesn't look as good as it did, but it's a black poster board that's just taped onto the back, because this is pretty close to the wall, so I was, before putting it here, going to paint the back of it black, but I got too ahead of myself and got in a hurry to just get it set up and get fish in it. This one's been going since 2019, and I do water changes every other week. At first I was doing them every week, and I run on a well, so I was doing every other day. I would test the water, see how it's doing, and found that for my setup with the plants, my filtration, things like that, I'm able to do water changes every other week, and it does just fine. This one over here, there's not really a whole lot of a load, so I could probably go longer before I have to do water changes, but with the plants causing a bunch of issues and things like that, it's probably best just to do it every week and keep trimming the dead bits off and make it look nice. What else is there? For the plant fertilizer, I'm using the Aquarium Co-op Easy Green, and for food, I'm just using the Tetra Tropical Flakes. The filter on the back here is a aquarium. I haven't had really any issues with it. One thing that I have found is with buying the cartridges when they tell you to, which if you don't have plants and things like that, the activated carbon helps quite a bit. But if you have live plants and you're putting plant fertilizer in there, then the activated carbon just takes out all the fertilizer you just put in. So what I'll do is I get on Amazon and buy big rolls of filter floss and just like pond filter media, and I'll zip tie that onto the, I'll just see if I can open it up here, show you. It's time to be changed, but I'll zip tie it onto the actual housing there, and just don't even use the activated carbon. But that's my current setup here. I'm hoping to expand on it whenever I get more room. Right now I'm pretty limited on space, but I'll bring you along as I add on to it or take things out. If you like the video, be sure to like the video and subscribe, or if you dislike it, go ahead and dislike the video. I'm still pretty new at making these videos, so I don't really know what I'm doing. This is all filmed on my old iPhone 8, so it's probably not the greatest quality, but I figure I'll just put a little bit of information out there on how my setup is and how it's going. That way if anybody else is new to this and struggling or having issues, I might be able to help out a little bit. But yeah, just like, subscribe, and leave some comments. Thanks.